How's it going, everybody? And you're here today with North Alabama Hiking, and I'm at Wilson Dam on the TVA reservation, and I'm fixing to take y'all to the waterfall and do a quick video of it, and then I may go up to the trail up here at the top and do some more videoing. So the first part of the video, I showed everybody the waterfall below Wilson Dam and the caves and the streams that was going through them. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. There were several people down there, so I didn't want to disturb them while they were enjoying the waterfall. So I got on the energy trail, which takes you up on the bluffs above where we were at, and used to, you could park at the Wilson Dam overlook and access this trail, but they've got a section of it closed for safety reasons, so I had to come in from the other direction. Used to, this trail would take you near the top of that waterfall that we were just at, but it's closed off now. So the waterfall is really cool because it's always flowing. It never dries up. It is a year-round waterfall. It doesn't matter if we're in a drought. Doesn't matter if we've had pouring down rain. It's going to be flowing. It uses some sort of like feeder creeks and streams that somehow flow around, I think maybe from the Wilson Lake side of the dam. It flows through, and that creates that waterfall. I've heard somebody explain it before, but it's a continuous waterfall that never dries up, so that's pretty cool. And it's easy to get to. Where you park at, you can walk maybe a half-mile round trip to get to the cave and the waterfall. Now where I'm at the top of this bluff, and I apologize for the it being growed up. I didn't get to go to the overlook. There were people there, and I didn't want to bother them trying to film a video. So I came to this spot. But I'm going to talk a little bit about Wilson Dam and kind of some history. So Wilson Dam is owned by the Tennessee Valley Authority. They took it over in 1933, I think, when they were established, but it was not built by the TVA. It was built by the Army Corps of Engineers, and they started this dam in 1918. And the ideal, if I'm not mistaken, was there was a munitions factory that they wanted to provide electricity for, and so they wanted to build this hydroelectric dam. Now, the reason they needed the munitions factory is World War I was going on at the time. Now, WW1 ended at the end of in November of 1918, so they really didn't need that anymore, but they went ahead and finished the dam. Now, they knew the dam would take 6 or 7 years to finish. And in 1924, it was completed. Now, the deal with this area was before the dams were constructed by the TVA, the Tennessee River between Florence and maybe up towards Decatur could be almost impossible at times for boats to pass through, especially bigger boats. So they couldn't always use the river for transportation. So building these dams helped, back the waters up so where they could use it for transportation. And because what you're looking at in the distance is the lock for the barges over there, right there. Now, when they completed this dam, they knew they would need other dams along the river to completely make the river passable. So if you go about 15 miles further up the river, that direction, you'll hit Wheeler Dam. And there's a neat trail very close to that dam as well. They knew they would need one in that spot. So when the TVA came along during the Roosevelt years, they began constructing the rest of these dams. So Wheeler, I think, was finished in 1936. Norris Dam, I think, was way on up the Tennessee River towards, I guess, Knoxville. Somewhere in that area. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it was finished a little bit before Wheeler. So, and then later on, Guntersville Dam, Pickwick Dam, some of those came along later on. I don't know the exact years, can't remember, but nevertheless, the dams really helped change this area and made it to where this river was no longer impassable. And also the river would flood really bad. It would get out of its banks and flood some of these cities and really create a lot of problems. And then the standing water that would be left over when the area got flooded, they had a lot of mosquitoes and they had a malaria problem. So the TVA was able to come in here and I think they sprayed and killed off a bunch of mosquitoes. And then the flood control that the dams provided really helped that out. It helped keep a lot, it does flood, but it is controlled a lot better than what it used to be. So that's kind of how these dams help change the area. And I'm standing on this bluff too because this is one of the reasons they put it here. You got these high bluffs on each side. Same way with Wheeler Dam. You got bluffs on each side to connect to, so it was a good spot. Yeah, if I can, I'm going to walk further. I'm going to skip on over to another section. If there's nobody there, I'll do a video, and if it is, I'll wait some other time talking about some of the old railroad tracks that they use, that you hike over them. So maybe I can do that.